Jak to? Nie wiem, tak ja już ja się napisała niemiecka. Ja tak. Tylko dziuleć to w
I buy those people a place to stay. If I had money,
Good morning and hello everybody. We are here for the afternoon session and we are welcoming people from all over the world to watch the 2022 Nove Mesto Para Archery World Cup and the World Ranking Tournament for Para Archery. We will have today the double day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final field of 2022 Nove Mesto Para Archery European Cup first leg. We are ready to go with the first match of this afternoon. So coaches are taking place. And we welcome the finalist for the bronze medal in the compound women open team.
We will first watch the bronze compound women team in the
For
open
the
category.
bronze medal on target number 1, representing Czech Republic, Lenka Kadetova and Lenka Kunkova. And on target number 2, representing Italy, Eleonora Sarti, Maria Andrea Virgilio. Judge of the match is Mr. Per Christian Stensgaard. And we are ready to go with the first hand. Compound, 50 meters, 80 centimeters, cumulative scoring.
And we have here the compound category, which means 50 meters, 80 centimeter reduced targets. And we have a para category here, which means ladies will be sitting from stools or from wheelchairs, somebody standing without any support, somebody using some sort of support. So let's start with the first end. We will start with Italy shooting on target number 2.
Ten. Sorry, it's not touching the line. It's 9. The 10.
I mean, we have very nice scores at the moment here. And in this morning we have this rainy session, and now look at the sun, which is going up.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
It's
definitely
a good change. Just as I had hoped.
Yeah. I mean, from the people who were watching us from the morning, I'm Katarzyna Konchalova, and with me I have here the US archer Kevin Matter, which we will soon see actually shooting.
7.
So thank you again for coming, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And we we have this very nice open category match full of this.
It's another 10, 10, 10.
Nice shots from the Italian team. Italian team was actually ranked number 2 and Czech team was ranked number 4.
8, 38, Italy.
Another experienced team, which we see here on the field.
Seven.
I know, I try, but I'm not teaching them. Tell them in the mic. You have the mic. You can talk with them. Open the mic and say this graphic on the leg, please.
And let's see how
10.
And it's 10.
10, 9, 7, 7 is 23 to 38 for Italy. Let's check on the targets.
So for people watching here, knowing only recurve, we are here in the compound category, which means cumulative scoring, which means every arrow value counts, and after 4 ends, we were to sum the total and see if we will have a shoot-off or not happening.
And we're always hoping for that shoot-off.
We do. We love the shoot-offs.
It just means a couple more arrows of archery, and the more archery, the better.
For sure, we love these tight matches, especially when you don't know how it's done until the last moment. But I mean, this looks like a pretty good start. It's confirmed, so Italy with 37 points, taking the lead over 33 points.
So 33 Czech Republic, 38 Italy, 10, 10, 10, 8.
Yes, confirm.
It's like what a change, right? From the weather, which is right now like, and versus the one which was like, what, 3 hours ago?
Yeah, this is quite mild and easier conditions.
Yeah, we were freezing here, getting cold, wet, and now we can almost suntan.
Yeah, we'll see after first end. We've got what, 4-point difference.
Yep.
So
Still open.
Czech has some work to do.
Nine.
9 is a better, of course, than the 7s.
Absolutely. Good way to start out. Hopefully they'll put it together, find that 10 ring, start putting a little bit of pressure on Italy here.
Yep.
10x,
There it is.
center, the best of today.
Whoa. Looks like they set up the mark now properly.
Yeah, hopefully they can bring that momentum into these next arrows and just keep hammering away.
Yeah, but here we have Eleonora. She's
10x.
a very strong archer.
Absolutely.
She actually has some of the world records with her teammate, Alberto Simonelli. So also another experienced person.
10x.
There we go.
So the Italian team set up the mark properly. I mean, now we see that they know what to do and they just need to do it.
Is
She was so concentrated for the signal for her to shoot that she just released too early. And this is a big loss. The miss is in compound.
6.
Oh. Now they struggle. And we were talking this morning about the set system, and that could be still a pretty new way to open the match.
It's a liner, probably 9.
Yeah, the set system really allows you to have a mistake, right? You can have one mistake. You can't have three, but
If you, the better if it's in one end.
yeah, if you have three mistakes in
Is
one
it
end, then it's
10?
okay.
So 38 or 39 for Italy, 25 for Czech Republic. Italy is leading 76 to 58.
But this end was not good for the Czech Republic, that's for sure.
No, not at all. So
And I think it will affect them a lot. And now there is also some discussion with the judge. So let's see what was the issue. Maybe she was actually throwing even too fast, not really waiting for the signal to pass to the other archer. Yeah, I mean, they are both pretty nervous. The Italian team, of course, being much more experienced and knowing what to do.
yeah, I don't know how different countries do it, but we don't often get chances to shoot team rounds in the States. You know, probably bigger tournaments, it's something that comes into play more often, but it's something we've talked about back home. What can we do to get more
So
experience
9 for Italy.
for everybody
Harold on the
to,
line. This is 39.
you know, gain this experience so it's not
Total
like you
score
go
is
to a huge
77 to 58.
world event and then it's your first time shooting
Yeah.
team rounds. So
That's
we're
for sure.
it's something we're trying to add to the program back home.
Do you try to shoot also with the more experienced able-bodied teams? Like with the national team?
Czech
I do.
Republic
I try
shoots
to,
first, is third hand.
For our national championships, we actually shoot the team rounds and mixed team, and so I'm actually shooting it with my para teammates, but against the able-bodied archers. So it should be a fun time.
Well, it's a good way how to get the teamwork and the pressure on.
Exactly.
All right, so let's see how they will open next end. Okay,
10.
that's good. 10 is a good start. Okay, so
8.
8. So let's see, Eleonora, very experienced archer.
10x.
Look at her, it's thunder.
Yeah, she just commands that shot.
Wow,
10.
very, very nice.
Yeah, both the Italians so crisp in their, you know, intention on shooting. It's no wonder they're finding the middle so often.
Yep. I mean, the actual Italian team lost versus Poland, number 3 ranked.
8.
Their semi-final match, 151 versus 148. So it was also not really tight match.
7.
Oh, that's a big grouping split down there for Lenka. But this is something similar what we saw in the W1 mixed team later. 2 arrows to shoot and already
10.
being in the lead.
Yeah, over an arrow lead, so.
Ten, 40 points. Full score for Italy,
Very
117
nice, 40.
I
to
think that's our
91.
first perfect end of the day.
It is, for sure it is for the day. As they would say, brava, brava. I mean, they're very nice. You can even see how they're calm versus the Czech team, which is pretty nervous now.
Yeah, they've been here before. They've been in the big show before. They know what they're doing. So
Many, many times.
it's just another day, another walk in the park.
Get someone fakes
the walkie-talkie, I heard Katerina so much. She's screaming in my ear.
So we have one more end to go, and it's pretty much like clear. But as we saw, like the miss is also possible.
Things can always happen,
So,
so it's
scores are
never over
confirmed,
till the scorecards are signed.
117. Czech Republic is
nice
going
to
to shoot
have another
first, those to the
40.
last end.
Or the best one with 40 both.
A little bit of a breeze picking up here and there, not
But nothing which
Nothing
disturb them.
too bad.
It's more the feeling how you feel cold than really affecting the shots. I mean, the windsock is not really moving, just a little bit of flags down by the target. And it's a 9. Okay, so here goes my perfect 40. That's
10.
good. Yeah. 10 is this. And we can see this little tiny string on the stabilizer in front for Elena.
10x.
Yeah, the 4 compound this breeze is nothing. Wow.
10.
And there's even more and more spectators coming. Looks like the rain brought them back to our field.
8.
They have plenty of time.
8.
Yeah, I mean, no need to shoot these 2 arrows actually.
Yeah, right.
Now it's just like to make yourself comfortable.
It's a line or 9, maybe
It's a
10.
It always makes you feel good to shoot big scores, though. So
Oh, for sure. And I mean, ending with
Like-
double 40 in this case. What's better than that?
10. 10.
right, it'll come down.
So we have a
150.
bronze medal right
6
here.
or 57 for Italy, 126 for Czech Republic. Who it is only the officially from the target.
Very nice shooting. And you know what? The world record was 155, and they just shot 156.
Did they? All right.
So
I thought we had a liner.
They just beat this year record from the Russian Federation, which was shot earlier this year in the World Championship, and that was 155. And they just got 156 points.
All right.
Very good.
Super impressive shooting.
Congratulations, Italy.
And this is confirmed. Eleonora Sarti, Maria Andrea Virgilio, Italy, bronze medal.
Bronze medal with a record. I mean,
Right? That's pretty.
super good.
Lots of time getting there is the hard part, but they got here and hammered it down pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm super excited for the next match to come. Number
hope
1
it's-
ranked, Great Britain versus number 3, Poland. We already saw Ksenia shooting in the mixed team before. And
Já jsem úplně v píči, ani jsem
we
neslyšel.
will just see Phoebe also again. And we saw and remember this rainy match where she was pretty down in the shot. So we are just getting ready, resetting the field. Oh, this is actually our master of this place. He's helping here and working here in Nove Mesto, doing everything.
Making sure everything flows so smoothly.
Yeah, and now we can see our final field setup down here. And I mean, we have to say thank you for all the volunteers which are helping here, to everyone.
Yeah, it's always whoever's in charge of finding the volunteers and making sure they show up on time and are helpful. And the volunteers themselves, everything is so well run at this tournament. It's always a blast, and yeah, we're hoping it continues for a very long time in the future.
Yeah, let's hope for that for sure.
We follow the bronze medal match. Now is the time for gold medal match for the Compound Women Open Team.
So again, lots of people bringing the bows and the equipment for the teams.
Lots of equipment coming out, and yeah, so lots of coaches.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the finalists for the gold medal match in the Compound Women Open Team.
And here you can actually see my future commentator buddy after you came in and go to shoot. Jessica Stratton down there parking. Too bad coach is blocking her view at the moment.
Yeah, this should be a strong match.
I mean, we could see Jessica shooting earlier, a few months earlier, the able body European Championship actually.
Yes, and
So she's pretty familiar with the final field setup.
absolutely.
And for gold medal on target number 1, representing Great Britain,
And there we
Phoebe
go.
Patterson-Pine and Jessica Stratton. And on target number 2, Dorota Dudka, Ksenia Markidantova, Poland. Judge of the match, Miss Agate Zalite. And we are ready to go for the first hand.
I like this like changing of the roles, you know, like normally in able body tournaments you let the archers get their bows, and here the coaches are bringing the bows to them. And I
Yeah,
feel it's pretty cool to like get this like, oh, there you go.
it's first class treatment around here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No jo, ale kamera se nákam hnou.
All right, so Britain will be starting. And again, we are in the compound open category. So less visibility than W1. And here we go.
It's
Phoebe, we
9,
saw
maybe 10.
already earlier in the mixed teams. She was using the bits of sunshine to dry her shirt from the earlier this morning.
A 9.
Yeah, they were soaked, so glad they can Get a little sunshine to warm things up.
And Xenia was also here shooting earlier today.
9.
Yeah, the mark is still pretty okay-ish.
Oof.
Ooh.
Glad
Okay,
you got a
she
hell to
kept
that.
it. I think everybody in the blind was also happy. Ooh,
It's a
that's
9.
pretty good shot.
Yeah,
like,
gets it in there.
considering all of this. You know how we were speaking about the bows recently?
Yes, I've
9.
noticed we have a full Matthews setup in
Yep.
this gold medal match.
That is true. 2 whites. And again, our favorite red one.
Of course, red's the best color of all the colors.
Oh, I would prefer the white one actually.
It's a 10.
There we go. Phoebe finds the 10.
37 or 38.
I mean, always the
GBR.
first end is more or less to find a mark. And then you can start from there. But they start to run out of
9.
some time, but still possible to be fine. 15 seconds to go. Seven. Okay, cool.
It's another liner. This is probably a
I think this could be
10.
a 10.
So we have
pretty
3
close in
arrows
there.
on the line, the 2 of the Poland,
Absolutely.
the
One
1
on the
GBR.
right,
That
one on the
means
left, but
that,
they're both on the line there.
37,
So
37, but can be
we're about to
38,
find out.
37
That's
or
fine.
37, 38.
Také to má lehčí, já jsem očividně. Pray you are with a little bit of it all. Down and close, mám pocit.
So we see so far tight score. Let's see how they will confirm it. If it will be the liners accept it or not.
yeah, if,
So not a single arrow was touching the line. Is 36 for Great Britain and 56 for Poland.
Oh, so it's. I mean, it was announced 36. We just need to wait for. So I guess the first liner was not really in.
So 37 GBR, 36 Poland. So GBR is leading by 1 point.
All right, so. One-point lead. That's not much.
not much at
Especially
all.
on this level. So we see. So Poland will start first. And Xenia is opening this match. Nine.
9.
Who are you betting to win?
I don't know in this match. This is going to be a tight one. GB always super strong, but
9.
Poland isn't giving them anything really, so they're staying right away with it. But
Yep.
8.
that's uncharacteristic out of Jess there.
Damn, I think it was a super fast shot actually for her.
Yeah, went off a little quick. So
I mean,
could
for
see
those of
she's-
you who don't know chess, chess is actually like a super reading person. And if you find her
9.
without a book, it's very, very rare.
that is true. Oh, but she's got the mental fortitude to get through that. So I
Yep.
imagine she's going to come back real strong here with her next one. But that opened the door for Poland for sure.
Oh,
8.
but Ksenia
And,
didn't want those doors.
Did not want that door. So you got to walk through it when it's open.
She wants to be tied next to them.
Eight. 70 points for Poland.
So now the chance to really open up a gap.
8.
Oh, second 8 out of Jess.
What happened?
This is very interesting.
This is not like her.
Not at all.
And I mean, before she had pretty good score. And I didn't feel like that she was dropping it so much.
9 is a 71-70.
Yeah, so
1
we're,
point.
This is
GDR keep
we're at a
the
1 point
advantage.
game here.
And we are going to the third hand with
You know,
only
it's like
1 point
you
difference.
should bet, but your opponent is also shooting bet, so then it's pretty level again. And I don't think like it was the small wind breeze which was here. I don't think that was really the difference here.
I don't think it was much. I mean, we are getting a little sock out the right now, and
Jo, ale ne nám asi.
nothing major.
Yep.
No.
I think now the coaches are trying to just to make them fine, calm down, so they feel like it's practice again.
Yeah.
Mental reset, and let's go again. Like no pressure, nobody's watching anyway.
Right? Absolutely. Nobody's here. But,
Yeah.
I mean, you could see, I see a bunch of deep breathing going on out on the field. I see there's definitely some nerves out there they're trying to shake off. So,
So what's your tip and trick?
Score confirmed. GDR is
this
leading by
mental
1
reset.
point. 71-70.
I have a specific way I deal with if I have a bad arrow or something like that, where I pull myself out of the situation and then re-engage it. But you're always gonna have nerves, you know, when you see your big goofy face on the jumbotron, and you know, I've just found a way to shoot through it where I trust my process and run that process, even if it's a little shakier than it normally is.
Yeah, and I think the breathing helps too, right?
I've heard breathing's a good part of living, so yes.
Some people need it, I guess. All right, that looks like a good job.
9.
No. I mean, Dorota is not really experienced one here when we consider all the other three.
Yeah, and you could see if
Like
Nine.
small shakes there.
she's absolutely, she gets back, she draws back, and you see some shakes in that release hand, and it's evident, you know, there's some nerves going on there where, you know, you see Jess back there, and
10.
Chess, you don't see
pretty
the
solid.
difference.
This,
Like you meet her like this on the lunch break, and then you see her with the same poker face down here on the field.
absolutely.
I'm pretty excited to have her here after you will be getting ready.
Yeah,
To
maybe
see her
9.
mental game.
maybe you can get some nerves out of
So
her
90
while she's
to 88.
behind the microphone here.
Yeah, I think that will be the only time where she will be actually nervous.
Nine.
Yeah, Ksenia is all over. She needs to put her concentration back on track like she was shooting this morning.
And 9.
Yeah. Okay, Phoebe.
10x. 110 to 106 GBR. Take 2 more points and is leading
Yeah,
now
they just
by
opened
4.
up that lead there. So
And we are 1 end to go.
One end to go. 4 points is a lot of points to make up, but I mean we have seen some 8s out of GB, so we're definitely not a done match yet.
So have you ever shot compound?
I have. I shoot a decent amount of all types of archery. So I have a full target setup, compound back home, and
I mean, I'm not asking what you prefer because I know you shoot recurve, but
yeah.
what do you like more on the compound and what do you like more on the recurve?
So right, the actual hold on target where the pin is a good amount more important on the compound, and right, especially when it gets breezy out.
Score confirmed. GBR 110.
The holding pattern on a
106.
compound is a lot harder to manage with the let off. You know, when you're only holding, you know, maybe 12, 14 pounds between your hands, the bow will blow around a lot easier. As opposed to my recurve, I'm holding 47 pounds back at full draw. So it's pretty stable. It doesn't get blown around in the wind as much unless my whole body gets blown around in the wind. So
are you blown up even in the wheelchair? Like, do you feel like it's moving with you?
oh, absolutely. I feel I've almost been blown over backwards in some strong gusts of wind. So I've changed some things to make sure I don't do that. But yeah, the wind with the compound, but of course the wind affects the arrow flight more out of the recurve because our arrows are going significantly slower. So there's a bunch of trade-offs there. I didn't totally understand. Yeah, that's a big dip out the bottom there.
She was trying also to speed up the process, and then she just let it go down earlier than she actually released.
Yeah,
it's a liner, so probably a 10, 9 maybe 10.
With the newer archers in the team rounds, they get so concerned about giving the go signal to indicate for their teammate to shoot or to switch the clock.
This is a 10.
You got to remember to finish shooting the arrow first. That's the most important. That's your job.
Yeah, no, and then
shoot the arrow, then signal. You know. For the able-bodied archers, it's coming off the line, right? You don't start walking off the line until your arrows.
Well, I actually saw some like this, but it was really not successful shot again.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I talk about what to do for success. that's
true.
That's all the advice I try to give. I don't try to tell people how to do it the wrong way.
Yeah, but sometimes when you realize the wrong way, it could be all what it did the good way.
Sometimes it works out.
7.
Oh. Now I think the nerves are happening here for the
yeah, it's the last end. There's lots of
score 138.
we need to shoot perfect, and then all that stress adds up, and you shoot far from perfect.
10x.
There we go with perfect 10, and look at the score.
Yeah.
I mean, what a match. Doesn't matter what happens now. I mean, it would be nice to hit in case there's no liner.
Absolutely.
Ten, 149. Now we wait from the target confirmation.
I mean, you know, it doesn't really matter, as this was a gold match. Even for Poland, getting a silver medal, it's very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge. I mean, to fight their way here, to get through all those matches they got through to get here. They obviously had some great shooting going on, so you know,
so we have
they're going to bring this home and bring this experience home, and I'm sure they'll be better for it next time.
It's appear that Eleonora Sarti and Maria Andrea Virgilio in the bronze final shot the new
actually, like,
world
even now,
record
British,
with
they have
156. Congratulations.
And as we already mentioned earlier, the Italian team with 156, they get the world record, and this was actually why the
And it's confirmed the gold medal with the final score of 149 points for the Great Britain.
But yeah, the judges approved,
Jessica
and we have
Stratton,
now
gold medal.
the new gold medalist from Great Britain. So Jessica Stratton and Phoebe Petronson-Pine, they made it, and silver medal goes to Dorota Rutka and Ksenia Markitantova. I mean, even this was very interesting match to watch. A lot of ups
Yeah,
and
it started
downs,
off really
coming
close,
backs.
and then some hiccups on both sides of the field, and you know, and then once GB found their rhythm there, they just stepped on the gas and didn't let go. So super fun.
Yeah, and I mean, now we will soon have an interview with the winners from Britain before we will switch to men category and still stay tiny bit in the compound section.
Tiny bits.
Yeah, just 2 matches. And here we go for the interview. So we just need to wait for the Brits to come as they start to go somewhere else. They were too excited and they wanted to practice again. They didn't realize that it's time for them to interview. But here they are. And let's see what they will tell us.
So finally someone speaking English better than me. How was this victory?
This victory was amazing. I think we definitely sort of like worked for it because the wind was a bit trickier than we kind of anticipated, I reckon. But it was good. Sort of put up a fight and definitely.
So you won the gold in a competition where the third one just shot the world record. It's impressive.
Yeah, the Italians have done really well to go out and shoot a new world record. It's very impressive whenever it happens. I mean, we shot the new world record for the qualification round, both of us, so congratulations to them. They've done really well.
So very high level competition. We expecting to see it again in Rome in a couple of weeks.
Definitely, I think especially since there's like a couple more weeks preparation time, I reckon that competition will be even higher and it will definitely be a challenge.
Yeah.
So what about this venue? Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, we come here yearly and love it every single time. It's my favourite place to go to compete. We love coming here. So yeah, we love the venue, we love all the people that work here. Everybody's so nice and welcoming. So yeah, we always enjoy being here.
So thank you very much. Enjoy your medal, your victory, and see you in Rome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you in Rome.
All right, so we are back here, and ahead of us is the compound open team. During this team, we will slowly say goodbye to Kevin.
Oh no.
But we will see you soon,
Yes, I'll be out on the field.
and hear you soon tomorrow, I hope.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.
Yay for that.
I'm glad you're excited. I'll be excited too. We could see off in the skies there. We got some blue happening, so it's clearing up, which makes me happy. So
Yeah,
it's
and
sunny
you have to put
when
some
I'm shooting.
sunscreen on, actually, for your shoots.
I'll make it an hour.
Yeah.
I need to get my vitamin D for the day.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a nice change after this cold morning full of rain. I believe even the athletes will appreciate the weather.
Yeah, everybody's gonna
I
be
mean,
a
the
little
Belgian
happier.
team doesn't look so excited as you can see them at the moment. But I think inside they are very excited.
Of course.
So us, we will have actually another comeback to our field, and that's Maxim Guerin from France. And a brand new team for us for today, and that was Spain. So we will see some returning faces to this final field and new ones coming. Another interesting match to watch. Number 4 ranked Spain versus number 3 ranked France.
Yeah, hopefully they put on a good show for us. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, Maxim did already a good show in the mixed team.
He's shooting really, really strong. Like watching him shoot that compound.
Yep.
Maybe it gives me ideas, but
What did you learn from watching him?
that when I'm done shooting a recurve, I should switch to a compound.
So, we just saw a fantastic gold
And
medal
to,
match. Now
yeah,
we are
if I
back
need
to
to
the
wink a
bronze
lot,
for the
I should maybe shoot a
compound
blinder.
men open team. We welcome the coaches on the field.
Or an
and we
eye patch
prepare
like a
for
pirate,
the
one of the two.
entrance of the athletes.
But I personally don't think that it will really disturb him much. Because, you know, like there's a lot of people always having this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our finalists for the bronze medal match in the compound men team.
That you are doing this movement
Yeah.
because it's just unconscious moving, and I think this is Maxim's eye at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and we have some Spain round down here.
Ja, nej, nej.
So let's see the teams.
Shooting for the bronze medal on target number 1, representing Spain, Fernando Galé Montorio and Adrian Martinez Torre. And on target number 2, representing France, Maxime Guerin and Thierry Jusson. Judge of the match is Miss Amira Mansour. And we are ready to go.
So again, our pretty nice intro coach is coming to the archers to get them
As
their
it should be.
equipment.
Us athletes are the kings of the castle around here, so
Oh, are
it's
they?
good to get that treatment that we deserve so much.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just joking, of course. It's all because of you guys.
Of course.
Okay, we will repark.
Sometimes it's hard to tell where the center of the target is.
Well, there is this tiny mark on the grass, of course, washed a little bit by
Yeah,
the
a
rain.
little bit of the rain is taking that away.
All right, so France is starting. So we have actually like a lot of crowd for France and Spain here. Let's see who will be more happy in this bronze match. Very nice.
He's
Still on the bottom.
Maxime is,
On the bottom also in the first mixed team matches?
I believe so.
Still like
Maybe he
the-
likes shooting the bottom of the 10.
Get the possibility to
It's
have
his
the
favorite
9,
half.
you mean?
8.
But this is his first arrow of the on the final field, so he has still a lot of potential to change the side.
9 for
That's a
Spain.
good start.
And 9, 18,
Looks like
18.
Spain
Nice.
Thanks for.
decide like to the completely same setup.
Yep.
let's see if Maxi move his side. I really don't think so.
I didn't see him grab any clicks. I think he's content to shoot tens.
Yeah, and Thierry also didn't really move too. And
9.
there it
Oh.
is. It would be 9 anyway to the side, but... So, 13 seconds to shoot. Thierry's arrow.
8.
Oh,
35 points, France. Nine.
Right, so still 9s.
He's got plenty of time on the clock, drawn back with 15 seconds there, and
Yep. This trouble starts to be in
And
level 1
next,
category where they have some issues
It's
to put the arrow in.
37. Spain
Yeah.
that is
These
leading
guys
by
usually
2
should be
points after
fine.
the first hand. We check on the targets, but it's supposed to be 37, 35.
But so far we have Spain in the lead. So let's see how this will go. I mean, very tight match again. So we will have one more double match, another gold match after this one, and then we will move to recurve.
the best event of it all.
Yeah, really like
Score confirmed 37-35. Spain is leading by 2
pressure
points, and
there
France is
for
going to shoot first
compound
in the second
lovers.
set.
Yeah, no pressure. No, it's all fun. I love shooting both. I love, I just love every, form of archery. It's all the precision needed. Even these guys were saying bad shots and they're shooting 8s.
Yeah, of course.
That's-
a lot
that's-
of
that's
athletes
still
would
really hard
be
to
like
do.
happy to shoot those.
Absolutely. So,
No, it's
we're just
the
used to
level where
this
we are.
such high level that, pretty much if it's outside the 10, we get a little disappointed.
No, of course, and I remember when you got your borrowed bow, we were happy you actually hit the target.
I was amazed. First arrow hit.
So let's see. Maxim. Ooh,
9.
no, he still
He's
don't want
still
to
low
move
and
his
right.
side. I think he doesn't need the points, or maybe like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's stuck in the recurve ways and he's just aiming off.
9.
But in this
9.
case, like, if I remember correctly, he had the same grouping in the mixed team.
Yep. Could be a little stubborn. Archers.
Or more.
Or more.
8.
Sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's tough to realize what's happening, especially when you don't have a scope to look and see the
Yeah,
grouping
but
you're
that's
having.
why you have the coach down there.
Yeah. I haven't noticed the coach telling him what to do in that regard.
Next.
She's talking to him, but I don't really speak French, so it's hard
My
for
French
me
is
to
pretty poor myself.
Okay, so let me guess. 10 down?
Oh, just out the right. Oh, and he just did grab some clicks to the right. So the next one's in the middle of the X.
Let's hope.
10x.
Thierry found the center
73,
also.
France.
So France is coming back on track. So let's see if Spain also set up the site properly.
9.
Okay. So there is a hope for France. and everything will be open again.
Yeah, needs a 10 to keep it ahead right now.
Yep.
Oh.
10,
He gets it.
74, 73.
Still 1
But
point lead.
So,
one point halfway
the
through is
French team was able to recover 1 point of difference. Now we have
And you
only
know
one,
what's very
74,
interesting?
73, 1 point
We were
of advantage
watching
for Spain.
before the ladies, and the past world record was 155, and the man record is actually 154, which is really unexpected that ladies have a higher world record than men.
it was like that for many years in the recurve world as well for the qualifying score.
Okay.
That just changed at World Champs in Netherlands is when the men finally overcame the women. It was very
Does
close.
that mean
It was
our,
within a
our
point.
ladies are very good, or our men's are not so good?
I think the women at the top of the sport here are very, very good. I mean, right, we see Jess competing on able-bodied tournaments on an international level. So, yeah, it's absolutely.
Score confirmed, 74,
you know,
73.
the women around here know what they're doing.
Also the
So the men do too, but sometimes we need to play catch up
I mean,
a little
we
bit.
have a lot of women's actually joining the national teams for the able bodies. We had even Zara Nemati to shoot in the Olympics on the wheelchair.
Exactly. And she had, that's who had the world record. She still holds the world record.
Are you thinking of joining the team, or do you think you don't have really a chance to compete versus the US
In the
there?
States right now, we've got some pretty good shooters in our top 10 crew. So
you would like
it's
to
always a thought to think of, you know, just improving archery and see where I can compete. Now we're getting a bit of a breeze.
9.
Is it out the right? And I didn't see it.
It's on the other side.
Oh,
You move it too much.
a little too much. But I mean, the windsock's at a 45. We got kind of a quarter value wind out the right.
10 X.
Right in the X ring. Oof. Lots of, I don't know if these guys are having difficulty holding or.
Yeah, I don't know. But in the Spanish team, I think it's a lot of nervous moments at the moment.
Yeah, it doesn't take much wind to blow those compound bows around.
10.
Normally, if you just ignore it and keep executing, it'll go in the middle, but it doesn't give you the warm feeling to see that pin dancing
for
around.
the Spanish team is also a pretty new team. So they were in Dubai this year, but before
9.
these guys also didn't really shoot at this level.
Yeah, I haven't seen them around before. They're actually staying at our hotel, and yeah, I didn't know either of them. So, and neither did Eric Bennett, and he knows everybody. So,
9.
He's the grandfather of this tournament.
He is the grandfather.
110.
I'll be sure he watches this match so he can hear that later.
We say hi to Eric. With
10.
lots of love. So let's see.
Yeah, Spain has a chance to get a 2-point lead going here. There it is.
Very nice ending.
It's 38, 27, so one more point of advantage for Spain that is leading now by 2. 112, 120 when we are 1 M to go.
I mean, 2 points is not much.
It's not
but
much.
It's still possible to beat it.
Oh, at least.
So I'm pretty excited to see who will actually, if France team can make it,
Score
and catch up
confirmed,
on these 2
112,
points,
110, 2
or
points more for Spain.
if it ends up
France
like
is
this,
going
and they will
to
keep
shoot the
pretty
last
much the
hand
equal
first.
match in between each other.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, right? We need France needs to hammer the 10, and
Yep.
they need Spain to hit some 9s here.
Yep. Or
Well,
open with 8s.
Yeah. I mean, 1-8 out of Spain right now could really make this a spicy match.
And they know how to shoot an 8.
Yeah. I mean, you give me a compound and I shoot lots of 8s.
But yeah, on archery we have the good level. And the best on archery is that anything can happen. So
Yeah.
even to the very, very experienced ones. Yeah, see?
And the 10 again.
Finally they find a 10 ring.
Yeah. When they need to. So
So maybe
they
needed
need a
more
little
pressure at the
little
beginning.
pressure on them.
10.
Oh.
I think they wanted some
Yes.
40s.
It's going to come down to maybe the last arrow here.
Yeah. And we can see the price on the
9.
t-shirt of it.
That was 8-9 liner too.
131, 130.
So
But the wind is blowing actually perfectly for the archers, like straight wind.
yeah, it's shifting a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but not for compound, not so much.
9.
Oh.
And now I think he's regretting our advice of moving his side.
You caused trouble for him. That was a long
It's a
hold.
liner, probably a 9, 8 maybe 9.
Yeah, he's not happy with that.
It's a probably a 10. He's on the line.
So let's see.
Yeah. Like an 8 to really win because they got some liners out there.
And 9,
Yeah, should be
149.
fine. Let's
So
wait for
probably
confirmations.
the medal is assigned, but we need to wait the confirmation of the judges because
From these angles,
we have
it's
3
not
arrows.
I mean, we got two
touching
line
or
calls
not
down there, so it
touching the
could be
line.
tied. You know, if Spain's keeps that 9, and if France gets that 8 to a 9, we get a shoot off. So I don't want to say which way I want it to go.
We should be decided, but let's keep it up and wait. But as the Spanish agent is like pointing thumbs up, it looks like
Looks like they got their upgrade.
yeah.
I'm waiting to see if the
So now
judge
it's up to the
gives.
judges.
I didn't see him point up.
Now maybe
So
that
we're
was
waiting
not
for the
really the
confirmation.
liners, but okay, magnifying glass time. Yeah, it has to be very close when they have to pick up the magnifying glass to see. So let's see. now it's time to show. To see if we have something happening or it's clear.
It looks that we have a response, but we are still waiting for the judge.
Yeah, we're
It's
still.
better to be 100% sure before you signal, you know?
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's struggles with math. All right.
Are you sure
I'm.
that?
I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
It's confirmed. Spain, bronze
shocked
medal.
in this
Fernando
case,
Galemontorio and
yeah,
Adrian
Spain
Martinez
Yeah,
Torres.
I would have been happy and confused if I was France for those 5
it's
seconds.
always an issue when you flip to the other side and then you're like, oop, oh.
Never mind. It's not quite like baseball. The first call is not final. We can make up our mind again.
Oh, for sure. Ooh, that was a very interesting match. And
So the final score was 150 for Spain and 147 for France.
we will see the last compound double team shooting for gold very soon, but first we need to clean up the field after.
All the equipment, all the bows, all the stuff, and reset the target faces.
Yep. But however, Kevin, thank you so much for today. I will
Absolutely.
let you go shoot now to get some practice before we see you and talk about you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I can't wait to hear what you say about me. I'm going to be watching it back, so just because I'm not listening live, don't pretend like I'm not here.
I will pretend like you're not here.
Oh,
so
perfect.
It's easier. So thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. And
luck, good luck.
hopefully I'll see you again next year. Same tournament, same place.
Let's hope.
All right. Ciao, everybody.
All right, and I'm staying here and waiting for the gold final match, which is coming soon.
Check the man. Co dělal? Něco.
And we're ready to
All
go
right,
for the
so
gold
we have
medal
a
match. We are
New
preparing the field. We
teams
welcome the
happening.
coaches with equipment.
And it will be Slovakia versus Italy shooting for gold in the last compound doubles teams. Very experienced teams here. Slovakia #1 ranked and Italy #2 ranked. And very soon we will have a new speaker with me down here. Our fresh medalist, Jessica.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the gold medal match in the compound men team. And shooting for the gold medal on target number one,
right, so after we
representing
will
Slovakia, Martin Doric, Marcel Pavlik.
prepare and introduce the teams.
And on target number two, representing Italy, Matteo Bonacina, Giampaolo Cancelli. Judge of this match is Mr. Per Christian Stensgaard. And we are ready to go with the first hand.
And I welcome my new co-host here, Jessica Stratton. How are you, Jess?
Hi, I am good, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good, and I'm super happy, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
How did you enjoy shooting there?
It was good. The wind was a bit trickier than I kind of anticipated.
We were actually down here in the tent thinking that the breeze is pretty coolish for the compound, but you felt it like it was much more worse.
Yes, it didn't feel too bad up here, but the arrows were kind of flicking off quite a lot, so it was a bit deceptive in that.
So it's more over like on the open space down there.
Yeah, I
hitting.
think.
Yep.
Yeah, more towards the targets. It's a bit sort of trickier than it sort of looks up here.
So is it hard to guess the wind here on this final field?
I think so, a little bit, yes, because the windsock from where I was sat was kind of hidden, so I couldn't really see it. But the flags on the top of the target weren't actually doing much in relation to what the windsock was doing. So it was sort of like looking at one thing,
what to pick.
yeah, look at one thing, get another, kind of. Who knows?
Yeah, I can see that.
And 9.
Well, because we have like even in the men's category now, we saw a lot of grouping not being grouped so much. A lot of good shots, but ending up somewhere where they should not, really. And so it's nice to hear also the overview.
10x!
Nice shots down there. And I mean, we see very experienced teams here at the moment. Matteo doesn't look really excited to be there.
No, he's got a very good sort of like deadpan game face on right now.
We were actually with Kevin talking about your poker face down there. It's like the rota was very shaky, and then you were there very calm with your poker face on. Did you feel nervous at all?
Oh, I was totally bricking it. I have a really good sort of like calm face, but inside I would be like a total mess, like proper shaking and everything.
8.
Okay. So now you're masking it quite well then.
It's one of my talents.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we just needed to know. And we promise everybody we will tell, so.
The truth is, if I'm dead
10x,
I'm very much nervous.
Okay, so if you are like
36 points
more
for
looking
Slovak.
nervous, then you are more calm. So you are like backwards showing what you feel, or?
I think kind of if I'm looking nervous, I'm like so past the point of nervous that I'm full on probably panicking.
Oh, okay, okay.
10x.
So if I see you nervous, it's very bad trouble.
Very bad.
Okay. Okay, I was talking about you being a big reader on the tournaments. Does that help you like to set up mentally your game?
Reading for me is kind of more an escape than anything else. I kind of
And 9.
I use it to kind of switch
Is
off from archery.
37,
as soon
Italy
as,
36,
the buzzer
Slovakia
goes
after
to,
the first
finish
end.
the end, I'll pick up my book and just go, right, okay, that end's done. Where did I get to in my book? And then I can sort of focus on something else.
So it's like a reset between the ends for
yeah.
you. Okay. Cool.
I have a tendency to overthink things otherwise.
Did you ever forget to like get ready to shoot because you were so into the book?
I haven't properly forgotten to shoot like at the start of the end. I have forgotten an arrow or two at the end before though, because I've been so invested in the story that I'm like, oh okay, done all my arrows, just need to get back to it. And then I've looked at my quiver and I'm like, okay, maybe I haven't quite finished the end. Well, my coach was like, how many arrows did you shoot, Jess? And I'm like, oh god, no, only 5.
Well, 5 is good until you got the 4, and then like this last 20 seconds left, and it's like ooh, ooh. I mean, the time limit didn't affect much you guys in Para, but as you also
Score confirmed,
shoot,
Slovakia
able bodies,
36,
how
Italy
do you feel
37.
that
Slovakian team
you 30
we shoot first
30
when
seconds
we
rule per
resume.
arrow instead of 40 here for the qualification, and then 20 on the elimination. How do you feel that pressure of the time pressure while you're shooting?
I think everything just kind of feels a lot more sort of rushed and a lot more, oh okay, I don't have the time to actually like sort of wait out the wind or things like that, which is very much like the opposite on the power side. You do have the extra time to be able to say, okay, now I can just sit back and wait for like the wind, for example, to pass. But on the able-bodied side, there's not the time for that now. Literally very much like, oh, I've got to get all my arrows done. There's not the time to wait. It must be done now.
So here you have more time to think about the
9.
process, shot, visualize it, and there you just pick up and go.
Pretty much. There's more sort of like time to reset between each shot on the para side of things with the extra time, because I do a lot of breathing
9.
in between shooting, and I think to then shoot in the able-bodied where suddenly like that was cut down, I was like, oh, okay, I then need to like adjust my whole sort of shot process and routine to be able to
Okay.
take it forwards.
So do you prefer more the rushed or the more the calm?
I prefer the car.
10.
I mean, of course.
It's a lot easier to sort of like panic and go, oh, I need to shoot now in the rush timings than it is for the calm sort of, okay, no, I can take my time, I can do a good shot rather than it must be a good shot
And
it has to be
10.
now.
Okay. We just have very nice shots from Italy team, like 2 almost perfect tens, and with Slovakia a little bit behind. And Martel is one of the archers who is also doing a lot of
9.
everybody's competitions with you. You are like 2 switchers in between. So is it hard to reset, especially now, coming back and forth to different timings,
And
different
9
teams,
is
because even the people you are meeting
72
with
points for
are
Slovakia.
more or less different.
I struggle with new people. I'm not very good around strangers and meeting new people, so it's very difficult for me to then have to switch between the two, because we don't really train with the able-bodied team a lot back in England. It's very much you'll kind of see them at competitions throughout the year, but that's kind of it. So to then suddenly like be going to a different country with these
7
people that I just
is a
about know is very much
74
like,
Italy, 72
okay.
Slovakia, 1
You
point
either get to know them
more in
or
this
you
end
hide away.
for the
It's kind of
Italians.
the
That are
only
leading by
option.
2 when we are exactly in the half of the match.
Yeah, I mean, look at this match. I mean, how you feel when this end, like 10, 10, 10, 7 happens?
Yeah, to me, it just kind of goes to show how changeable, like.
Because
things
you
can
guys
be.
have a very similar end earlier when you were shooting now. It was like all of these 8s, and we were like, this is not her, what's happening? So what happened there, Jess?
I've been struggling with my condition a bit this trip, and it's just sort of one of those days where it can either be a great shot or it
Okay.
can just go so wide it's sort of not really worth.
All right.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, ended up at 8, it's still okay.
I'll take it. At this point in the trip, I will take it.
And end up well, so. No, but I had actually a question also for Kevin, and I will give the same one to you. Because, I mean, previously the women record, world record
Score
for doubles
confirmed, Italy
was
74,
155.
Slovakia 72.
Earlier, Italy did the 156, but men record is 154. What do you think is the difference between the men and women compound team? You know these people quite well, and I mean, Matteo Bonacina, and as well previously Alberto Simonelli. Why is that the ladies are much better in this than the men?
Coming from me personally, because I know that me, Jodie and Phoebe, we all get on quite well. So I think we have a laugh with it, we have fun with it, rather than the men look so serious when they're shooting. They're not really like communicating, like they just look like they're
Yeah, the
taking
team
it a bit,
spirit is lacking there.
just not they're taking it a bit too
10X.
seriously, in my opinion. Because
Yeah, they want to be the best, and you just want to have fun.
yeah,
That's the difference. Okay.
I think it's a fine balance, but I think they need a bit more fun with it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's true.
10X,
because when I was watching also the Italian team ladies, the girls were like even like bumping to each other and still like having a good connection between them. But these two are just like with their poker faces on and no emotions in between them, no interaction. So maybe it's just the stress
9.
happening there, but I don't really think the team spirit is lacking there. And I mean, the Italian team is huge. It's like you guys in Britain back in the old days. With the Italian team comes here with bus, a lot of people around. But yeah, maybe you are right. Maybe even watching this match is showing how different the men and women team is.
Yeah, they just seem to not really be interacting with each other much.
Yeah, neither with the audience.
8.
Yeah, it just seems a bit like a sort of, I want to say quiet match almost.
It's very, very
Yeah.
quiet. I don't know if people appreciate we are talking so much, but we just need to make it less quiet.
10x. 110.
And I mean, whoever doesn't appreciate it, you can always turn the sound off, so.
Exactly.
And enjoy the calm, sunny day.
Sunny for now.
Yeah, yeah.
10.
Are you happy you didn't show the mixed team?
I am actually so happy when I heard that it was like pouring it down with rain, and I was sort of sat in my hotel room happy and dry. I was like, oh, I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah,
I think
all the good things, and like, or the bad things are turning to good things at the end, right?
So
Phoebe,
this
she was
end
still
is
trying to
39
dry off
Italy,
all her
13
stuff.
to
Yeah, I
Slovakia.
think now
Italy
she will have a good chance to actually
is
get
leading
dry
by
pretty soon.
2 or 3 points. 3 points when we are 1 and to go.
Yeah, so 3 points lead for Italy. Pretty good. Yeah, now I mean, both of these teams have a lot of history behind them. A lot of Paralympics. And I mean, we were talking about like some people being legends here and some being the newcomers. And I think we both agree that both of these 4 guys is pretty stable, old generation of the good archers.
pretty legendary teams.
Yeah. I remember when I joined the para circuits and the tournaments, there was still JC from Britain, our para gentleman.
113, 110
Who you
score
think
confirmed. Italy is
is
leading by
taking this
3.
role now?
And Slovakia is going to shoot
Para
first
people.
this last end.
It's hard to say. I think
Of course, like this gentleman will be just one, but kind of like the lead of the role model kind of perspective.
I'm not sure. I don't really know the men as well to be able to sort of like
Marketa is
say.
sleeping
I think.
a little bit.
Oh, I honestly don't know.
You don't feel anybody like this, like
She is.
No one sort of like just.
because I
wafts a
was
smooth-
thinking more that, for example, like Eric Bennett could be like one of the role models for the new starters.
I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
The
Do you
first
agree?
arrow
I
is
agree. Yeah,
10.
I think it'll be hard pressed for someone to find JC's sort of suaveness.
yeah, but there's always the British elegancy as well.
Yes.
So
He kind of just wafted places.
And another
Well,
10.
yeah, he just comes and he was there.
Yeah.
It's the natural part. Wow, but look at Slovakia. They're fighting back their way.
Yeah, that was 2 good arrows.
Let's see what Italy will reply to them.
9.
Okay, 1 point down.
Okay.
2 to go.
Pressure's on now.
Oh yeah. Do you shoot better under pressure or less pressured?
I think there's a fine balance, but I prefer
10.
shooting under pressure.
In?
In pressure, yeah.
So you would prefer to be in this situation at the moment where the Slovakia is, they just have to do this another 20 and wait for something to happen?
I
Some
think
magic.
So. I think
Yep.
so, yeah.
You prefer this-
Yeah, sort of the adrenaline, sort of just, yeah.
with your poker face on, inside is just everything
a
is
mess.
shouting.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, I think he doesn't like the pressure part. Yeah, I think Marcel is also this
Turner!
pressure-loving person.
39 points.
All right, so let's see if it will be very easy decision, or maybe we'll let her shoot off.
9.
9.
Yeah, I mean he would really have to mess up quite nicely. John Paul is a really stable archer, so
And 9.
pretty solid ending.
We wait now because it's only 1 point difference, so we have to wait
Too bad.
the
Slovakia
final
didn't
check on
hit
the
9.
targets.
Yes, that would be very, very close gold match.
I mean, it's still close, only 1 point
Yep.
between them.
Yeah. Let's see, but I didn't remember there were any line cutters actually.
No, they all looked pretty sort of solid.
Yeah. But I mean, we never know.
There is always that
Also, our
chance.
angles were not really good ones. And we always cheer for shoot-off. Do you also cheer for shoot-off? Or you prefer to have it nicely clean, finished?
And it's confirmed the gold medal for Italy, Matteo Bonacina and Giampaolo Cancelli.
Alright. So it's decided. Italia is taking home gold. And finally we can see some smiles on the faces for actually both of them. What a change, you know, like Matteo is finally smiling, John Paul is smiling, Marcel is smiling, everybody is smiling now.
Where was that in the match?
Yeah, I was
So
actually
with
missing
the
it a
official
lot.
confirmation of the scorecards, we move to the next match in a few minutes, but we have to move targets, cameras, so we'll have a break.
Well, so
And
that was the finish of
meanwhile,
the
some word with the
compound.
winners.
We will just wait for the short interview and reset the field to 70 meters. So Jess, have you ever shot recurve?
I did actually.
Okay.
So when I first started archery, I didn't own my bow for a couple of weeks, but for Christmas that year, my mum got me a wooden recurve sort of starter bow, and I shot that until I think about, I want to say the August of that following year before I got my first compound.
Okay. So why did you switch to compound? Because of your disability? It was easier to shoot, or?
No.
Pulsante l'ha premuto? 48, C'è? Siamo? So we're here with the two fresh winners of the gold medal in the compound man. Very difficult match until the last arrow. Match molto complicato fino all'ultima freccia.
Me lo sono complicato da solo col 7.
He said that it was only his fault shooting the 7, but you shot also a lot of 10. Avete tirato anche tanti.
Sì, sono molto contento di come abbiamo tirato dal mio compagno e dalla mia squadra.
The opponents were really strong. They were first in qualification. They didn't lose a chance until the last end with 39 on the last end. So how is it to shoot against Slovakia?
Allora io ho sempre sofferto Marseille perché mi ha sempre battuto, perciò è stata un po' la tensione, un po' ritrovarmi sulla linea di tiro, il finale è stata una tensione enorme.
A lot of stress and also the opponent is complicated because it's the first time that is winning against them, so it was really difficult but satisfying. So we have a next event in 3 weeks less. You will shoot at home. What are you expecting from Rome as results?
Non mi aspetto niente, vivo la giornata, il tiro in questo momento sta andando, continuiamo ad allenarci così e poi quello che verrà lo prenderemo.
So not expecting something strange or something particular, simply I'm shooting well in this moment, satisfied. I will see what will happen. Thank you very much and enjoy.
questo mistero. Dare il finale per il
Já zabírám. Rozmazaný češky. Lex.
non lo posso chiederla io.
Vedi?
So as you can see, we moved the target at 70 meters. The target face is bigger, 122 centimeters. And we move so to the recurve bow. And we start the three finals of recurve bow with the gold medal match. For the recurve women open team, we welcome the coaches that will bring the equipment. If we are ready, please welcome our finalists for the gold medal in recurve women open team. Okay, this is going to be a little bit complicated, so please forgive me for the pronunciation. Shooting for the gold medal on target number 1, representing Italy, Veronica Florena and Vincenza Petrilli. And representing Thailand on target number 2, Pat Chatiosakorn and Patarapon Pataweo. Hopefully not too much far away. A judge of this match, Miss Agate Zalite. We are ready to go.
Neanche a me.
Non quel suono, deve essere cambiato, poi l'idea è buona.
Sì, no, l'idea c'è, però quello lì viene veramente male.
This is not market. Jo.
You shooting first?
To jenom námeš, tak nic pak s ním už nedělej.
It's 4, maybe 5.
Na tribuna.
10.
Jak se jmenuje standa? Jak se jmenuje ten na tribuně?
5.
Nej, du har sina egna.
Seven.
Check the mouse, Lucas, good of...
Seven. Ten excellent. Ten. Ten. 32 to 31. We have to check the line of the first arrow of the Italy. If it's not touching, will be the 2 set points for Thailand.
Then yeah, I'll move it. But
Okay.
I always.
If you're scrolling down, searching okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense until you get the proper grouping. But 2 hours chess?
2 arrows.
Oh, 2 arrows.
2 hours.
Okay, I was thinking like 2 hours.
No.
I'm like, oh, okay.
No.
Okay, that's a game changer. Okay. Gotcha.
No. I think if I left it 2 hours,
I
then
think
my coach would probably have something to say.
For sure. I was trying to imagine all your coaches I know here, and I'm like, 2 hours.
And there was not the arrow on the line, that was a 4 for Italy.
They would not
So the score is 32-31. First set is for Thailand,
I
2-0.
They definitely have something to say. Either that or they'd probably just go over and move it themselves.
Okay. Now it makes much more sense, and now I'm less laughing. Okay, so it was very, very interesting. Like Thailand, strong finish, 1 point difference. So we go back to set points. Do you miss that there are no set points in compound, or you actually enjoy the cumulative score?
See, I quite enjoy the cumulative score because I never shot set points with compounds, so I don't really know any different. But yeah, I think having watched quite a few recurve matches now, I think I prefer the cumulative score.
So you feel
Seven.
like it's better for you to go step by step, arrow by arrow, than to have a clean slate after each end?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I mean, because to me, you can kind of get it back if it's step by step. But if it's cumulative, if you like,
9.
all it takes is 3 sort of just out ends and it's over.
Yeah, that's what we like on recurve. It's short.
I think it's just personal preference.
No, for sure. And I think the personality is also like different, even in the compound
5.
archers versus the recurve archers. That the recurve try to be more like faster, and the compounders are more like this calm down people. Because you have to be patient even to aim, not to mention the amount of the elimination arrows and ends. So for sure.
7.
So we are kind of coming back to the previous end of the beginning, so let's hope for the strong 10s at the end again.
Hopefully the flags seem to be moving a bit at the end of the field though.
And more on the right than on the left.
Yeah.
Oh.
4.
Ooh, okay.
She's surprised. mean, they have 10 seconds to finish.
7.
Okay.
27 points for Italy.
So when you were shooting recurve versus compound, how was this affecting the wheelchair hitting? Do you feel like you need to hold the arm even after the shot more up to not have the bounce back of the bow?
I think so, yeah. I think back then, I think it was so sort of new to me. I don't think I was even really shooting
27, 26. Again, we have to check the target because there is only 1 point difference.
Hold the bow out until it's the shot's
if it's
finished,
confirmed, we are going 2-2.
Kind of thing. It was, yeah, my recurve days were back when I was very new to the sport.
And you started actually very, very young.
Yeah, I first tried archery when I was 12 years old.
But for your international tournaments, you were like 16 or something?
15 at my first one, I think, yeah.
So I remember you, like, super, like, small teenager, shy.
Still pretty shy.
Yeah, but we meet quite often, so as you said, like, you don't like new people quite a lot, so as we meet each year quite a lot, we kind of know each other.
We've commentated together now, we're friends forever. That's how this works.
I hope I'm your first commentator, buddy.
You are, actually. This is my first time commentating.
What an honor. What an honor. I mean, you know, like, for people like you or Kevin being in the Paralympics and stuff, it's even honor for me, so...
Score confirmed. The second set is for Italy. That means that we are now tie. Thailand 2, Italy 2.
Also, how you felt in Paralympics? Was it difficult to shoot or not?
I think the Paralympics are always going to be different because there's so much hype around it that it's kind of... I tend to sort of like psych myself up even before it's begun. And then I get there on the shooting line and I'm like,
okay, so there's the time where you look nervous even?
Yeah.
So you're crashing down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very much so. I remember shooting at Tokyo and it was like probably the best weather.
So you were in the morning sessions or the night sessions?
I think it was a while ago. I think morning for my sessions, yeah. I can't remember, my memory is terrible. I can't even...
Was it darker?
9.
I can't remember. It was dark some of them and light some of the others, I think.
Yeah,
but that could have been the practice.
True, true. Yeah, that shows just how focused and in the books you are.
Very much so, yes.
Some people look around and you just...
7.
No.
Did you actually saw something from Tokyo?
I think I saw the village.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. It was a COVID time, so of course you could not really see much.
Yeah, no, we were very much. We were allowed from the village
8.
to the venue, and that was it. Like we weren't allowed anywhere. Like even for we did a training camp beforehand, and it was literally hotel venue. Like there was literally like the shops just outside the door of the hotel. We weren't allowed.
Yeah, and that was last year. So how you kind of compare to this season?
It's definitely very different. I didn't realise how quickly I'd
7.
sort of gotten used to like all the mask wearing, all the sort of COVID protocols and things.
Yep.
And then suddenly be out here and they're like gone. And I'm like, oh, this is a bit. I can breathe. It's a bit different. The amount of times I keep like reaching for my mask to put on, and I'm like, no, I don't need to do that anymore.
True.
8.
I mean, look at it. This match is very like constant, and for both of the teams. Maybe we will actually have another shooter for the day.
I think so. They're very evenly sort of matched.
Yep.
They're all very serious as well.
Yeah, talking about the ladies' team, right? So it's It doesn't really support your theory here.
No.
5. So
I think my
with
theory's just been,
28
like,
points, Thailand does not reach Italy on 31. And the
I
Italian
think if
team
they will
won
actually shoot
the
better,
third set,
they will
is
get
leading
more
now
excitement
4-2.
than, now when it's all over the target. Kinda
Maybe.
missing the grouping, still thinking what's wrong.
Yeah, there just seems to be very little communication again.
Does it happen to you that you have some wrong shots and you just don't know what was wrong?
Yes, sometimes. I mean, particularly.
It's not always is the side.
No, sometimes it's just a matter of you shoot a good shot and it can either be like a gust of wind that you don't feel, or there's so many different factors for it. But I mean, I've had some shots where it's felt amazing and then it's gone completely out and I'm like, I don't quite know what went on with that one.
Yep.
But it happened. I try and if like a wind has hit my arrow or something, I'll just mention it to my teammate so then they're aware that sort of the wind is picking up a bit, so they can sort of adjust or do whatever they want to do to sort of shoot the best shot that they can.
And is there like something which you use then to
Score
set
confirmed,
after this,
Italy is
like,
leading
kind of
4-2,
weird
so
arrows you can't
Thailand
really
is
affect
going to
by
shoot
moving
first
aside or
on the fourth
because
set.
the wind changes anyway after
Remind you that
you are
the
about to shoot
team
again.
has
Yeah.
the victory is on 5 points.
Breathing is a very big part of
2
my
points per
sort of
set,
shot
1
routine, so I kind of
in
just
case of tie.
take a deep breath, put it from my mind and go, there's nothing else I could have done with that, so I'm just going to shoot another arrow and see what happens. That's why it's got my rule of 2. Shoot 2, then check.
Okay. So more like the calm down and then start again.
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah, I mean it's very strange that now even with the set points before the first end Thailand was winning, now Italy is coming back in the lead. And Thailand, I mean both of them shot 10.
Yeah.
But now they're
7.
still kind of circling around, trying to find the proper setup.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like the wind has picked up.
Yep, for sure.
But we just sort of can't really feel it. Because
I mean, look at those flags.
Yeah, like so many different flags are doing different things, but I can't really feel much.
Yeah, but now it's more the
6.
side wind coming
Yeah.
from the left to right. And as there's this open corridor in the middle of the field under the bridge, I think there's always new hit to the arrows from the middle of the field.
Yeah, and that can make the whole
8.
world a difference in where the arrows go.
Especially for the ladies recurve, where the poundage is usually not that high, and the wind can really affect a lot. But even though they manage some groupings,
8.
It's just very changeable today, apparently.
yeah, and I mean Thailand shoots very well.
Yeah.
6.
They don't come to many tournaments.
Final score,
But if
27.
they come with a big team, usually like winning almost everything. I mean, tomorrow in individuals we will see many of them.
Yeah. They do have a strong team. I think it's just the conditions today, I think, because
Yeah.
Italy seem to be
It's
going
a
low.
7.
Thailand seem to be sort of going
Around.
around. Oh, hi there.
7, 28. Be careful, it's only 1 point. We win the judges' confirmation.
So let's see if Italy will take this win and therefore get a gold medals. But we can see the ladies are serious, just like the compound men.
Yeah.
It's like after I think it will be signaled, then they will be happy or not happy, and first to some joy.
We like to see some smiles.
I hope there will be some smiles, but even if you look at the coaches, it's again like no emotions there.
They're all just so serious.
Yeah. So what is your coach usually telling you in between the ends?
You It kind of varies, but I kind of try and have a laugh and a joke with my coach, sort of between
So
it.
some funny stories happening there.
Yeah.
And is confirmed gold medal for Veronica Florena and Vincenza Petrilli, Italy.
And it's there. I mean, they deserve it. They had more or less the constant shooting. And of course, every time it's a bit different. And with recurve especially, anything can happen. And the fun fact is, the wind is now gone.
Yeah.
It's
It'll
like
probably
they finish shooting and all the flags like
just dead still.
Yep.
It'll probably stay this way until the next match starts, and then they'll just start up again.
Could be.
It's normally the way it happens.
That is true. I mean, next ones we have just men teams. We will have a short interview again with the ladies from Italy. And then we have just bronze and gold medal match for recurve open team. And then we will have a medal ceremony happening for all the categories. We were shooting the full day. So I think I will be missing you for a moment.
Yes, I'm sorry. I will have to go.
No, you deserve. You deserve. But now you are still here with us, so we can still chat and wait for the interviews. But we have to wait for the archers to come there. And as we can see, there's the flag behind the target was waving too much.
Yes, it's definitely waving a lot more than the rest of the flags on the field.
But it's very interesting because as we were speaking before, the corridor is really calm, but back behind the target, the flags are going crazy.
They really are. Like the rest of the flags are literally sort of not
And up
really
here on the
moving.
shooting line, we just have more or less no breeze at all.
Yeah, there's practically next to nothing up here.
So how do you read this type of wind? We can see it even now in the cameras. The back flags doing nothing, wind flag on the left side kind of not really doing much, and the target flags on the right, they were like coming two different directions. Well, we wait for the intro and...
Okay, we are here with Veronica Florena and Vincenza Petrilli. Nice match, very difficult.
Sì, ho avuto un po' di difficoltà, non sono riuscita subito ad entrare in gara, però fortunatamente diciamo vince chi sbaglia meno.
She answered that it's been not so easy to be on that field, and at moment she was late to find the correct shooting procedure, and at the end, thanks God that the winner is the one that did the less mistake. So, how is you already shot us the first time against Thailand team?
Sì, a Dubai io ci ho tirato però col mix team, quindi so come tirano, non sono state delle frecce bellissime le nostre, però è bastato e quindi va bene così.
Okay, she had already experience against Thailand in Dubai with the mixed team event, so she knew them, how they're shooting. Said they are not so much satisfied about the level of the arrows values, but important is to win, and at the end it's arrival. I have to tell you that really I love you. Because for me it was quite impossible to pronounce the names of the Thailand girls, and thanks to you I didn't have to repeat the names. Vi amo perché sono impazzito a leggere I loro nomi, dover anche dire che avevano vinto sarebbe stato terribile.
Noi chiamiamo pure.
They love me too, I'm so happy. So next event is Rome, the European Championship, the second leg. Are we expecting the same level of competition with the level of the opponents, more difficult, more easy? Campionati europei fra 3 settimane, avversari stesso livello, più difficile, più facile, cosa pensate?
Sicuramente il livello sarà molto più alto rispetto a quello che c'è stato qui in Repubblica Ceca, quindi molte nazioni non erano presenti, quindi ci saranno delle sfide sicuramente più ardue. Ecco.
Oh, she's expecting more complicated situation in Rome because many countries are missing and they are expecting a higher level. In recurve women we have also Iran in Rome, but they are not shooting for the European Championship, of course. Abbiamo anche l'Iran nel ricurvo femminile, però non tirano per l'europeo, quindi because there is a girl called Nemati that is quite complicated. So, thank you very much for being here. You want to say something to our spectators?
Ciao.
Thank you very much, girls.
All right, so that was this funny Italians. And we are back with the men category up here. And we can actually say hi to the people.
And last but not least, we are going to move to the recurve men. We welcome the coaches and the judge of this
Your
match.
fellow teammates.
Yes, Dave and Cameron.
You can tell us some stories about them now. You know what I always admire is like this million coaches coming and preparing the field for the archers. And then this march with like this, are you ready? And then the coaches bring the bow to the archers. This is like a very
For the bronze
nice
medal
view.
match in the recurve men open
way
team, we
different
welcome
than
the
way how we are doing it for the
finalists.
able bodies tournaments, where actually the archers are bringing their stuff and coming to us. But this way it's just like giving the bows to the archers to shoot.
I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little bit worried when the bows were made to be where the coaches are, and we were just like made to go onto the line. And like, the judge was like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "I don't have my bow yet. I'm not quite ready for this."
For shooting for the bronze medal on target number 1, representing Great Britain, David Phillips, Cameron Radigan. And on target number 2, representing Thailand, Arekai Netsiri and Porchai Pimtong. Hopefully not too much far. Judge of this match is Miss Amira Mansour, and we are ready to go with the first set.
So actually, like, I remember these Thailand guys were shooting very, very well in their individual matches, and we will see them actually tomorrow as well. And so your fellow teammates, David and Cameron, how are they? How do you like them? I mean, I know David for ages also. He's been around quite a lot, and we saw him earlier this day.
Yeah, they're both pretty funny. Dave, we have this joke on squad because Dave is forever leaving his crotch everywhere. He'll just wander off and just leave it. So we have this thing of, where's Dave's stick today? And Cameron, he's pretty new, but he's coming out of his shell. He's pretty funny when you actually sort of like get him talking and stuff. He knows we're talking about.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Cameron, I have not seen before.
No, he's a new addition to the team, but he's a good addition. I think he's
I
a
mean,
good
it's
archer.
good to be addition and having already the bronze match in the final field. It says something already.
Yeah, he's a good archer. We're still trying to get him to sort of come out of his shell a bit more, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, look at you.
Thailand, first arrow is a 7.
It took a few years more.
Just a few years more.
But you made it. We are proud of you. So every time when you are on the field, mostly on the final fields, how important for you is the first arrow shot? Do you take it as like how the match will continue, or you just take it as the identifier?
The
of
9.
The settings of the skite.
For me, it's kind of sort of. I like to just sort of get it done and out the way, because as soon as that first shot's done, I can kind of relax.
And another 9, 18.
So now, if you would decide between these two situations, like being Thailand, having the 7 and 5 as the first hand versus the 2 9s in the British, how would you feel if that would be your shots?
9.
I think I'd be pretty nervous because I'd want to sort of keep either keep up the good shooting or sort of know that I need to put in the good arrows, but because it's recurve set system, there's always the opportunity to then fight back the next end.
Yeah, that's why we like the set system more. You never know what will happen.
5.
And I mean, look at him. He is doing 5, but on the completely other side of the target. And his face was saying something. I was like, oh man. But I have to say, I'm happy these Thailand
6.
guys are actually enjoying the time of the shooting.
I think in between Dave and Cameron will probably start chatting and laughing. I get the feeling Dave's quite serious when he shoots. I'm not too sure about Cameron.
And it's probably a 7, but anyhow is more than enough to catch the first set with the 30 or 31. GBR is leading 2-0.
So now it's time for the short story in the British coach side, right?
I'm not sure really what goes on the recurve side of things.
So we have a special coaches for recurve, special coaches for compounds, and then they're alternating whatever is necessary.
Yeah, so Charlotte tends to sort of coach the recurves because I think she was a recurver for so long, so that's kind of her field of expertise. She does coach a couple of compounds as well, and we're kind of moving more towards a sort of everyone will pitch in where needed, but they will still have like the athletes that they work with for the majority of the time.
Okay, okay.
Look at Dave looking serious.
Well, we can make him laugh.
Make him laugh, Dave.
You don't like people which are not laughing, so... Yeah, we will make all of these teams make laughs because we just need some excitement.
31, it was a 7, the last arrow of GBR, so
I don't know if they're laughing at
26
us or
still
with us, but I
2-0.
take both.
I'd take both as well.
So if you would compare kind of like the emotions which are happening on the able bodies, like for example now in Munich, versus the emotions and team spirits kind of in between the archers in para archery, would you say one is stronger than the other, or which feelings in between the communities?
I think it kind of depends on the archer. I think it's probably a lot more serious sort of thing on the able-bodied side. I think that's because
9.
I know definitely on the compound side of things, they have to kind of work so hard and sort of self-fund to get to the trips and where they get to. I'm not too sure about the sort of recurves.
It's more or less the same way.
Yeah.
Except the compound is much more tight.
Yes, it's
each
very
point, like 1 point, is the difference between like 20 points. 20 rankings.
Yeah, I know off the line they're all like really happy to sort of have a joke and a laugh, both compound and recurve on the able-bodied side. But I think Paris, well, this
7.
team in particular, we're sort of all sort of happy to sit down the line and have a bit of a joke, but we can also be quite serious when called for. So kind of just further.
But do you feel that there's like some difference between the atmosphere even on the tournaments?
I think so, yeah. I think able-bodied
9.
is definitely a lot more sort of serious, right, we're here for a job, whilst the Paras, we're kind of like, we are here for a job, but we're also here to have fun.
Yeah, because you are able to do something else than just sit, right?
Yeah.
No, and I feel it the same way. I feel the para community is much more connected and welcoming everybody in. And in the able bodies, you have to really make your way up to be accepted, even though as a newcomers, and we can see it now here with Cameron, it's very easy to get the new people accepted and getting new friends, as well as the able bodies. You kind of like need to work much harder for that. And as you say, it's more about the stress and pressure because there's a lot of work which needs to be done.
10.
Look at that.
Yeah, I found it very much on the para side of things. You could sort of like wheel up to the line and sort of say good morning to people, and you'd get a response. But sort of the everybody line, it was kind of like, I'm a bit scared to say good morning to you.
And 9, 35, 22nd, Giulia takes also the second set is now 4-0.
Yeah, are you friendly? Are you not? I can't tell.
Are we friends? Yeah, you are right, you are right. But I mean, here it looks like Thailand is still struggling. Where is the balance? Where they need to set up the marks? And it looks like Britain team found it now.
I reckon so. Cameron, I think this is his second medal match. So he seems to be like really.
So he was already in Dubai.
Yes, yeah. He went. Dubai was his first international competition, I think, and yeah, he seems to be sort of taking to it really well, coping quite really well under pressure.
Yeah, they got second in the team in Dubai.
Yeah.
Score confirmed, GBR 4, Thailand 0. We are ready for the third set, where Thailand will shoot first on target 2 to stay in the
ending
match.
up in the World Championship second. Not too bad, not too bad.
Too shabby?
Yeah. Especially in the recurve. I mean, very, very important.
Hustý mi to přijde dost. Jo, jsem do toho dal možná moc mlíka. Ale je to lepší, ne? Je to.
Ooh.
10.
Very nice shot. I think they want to shoot off.
I think they do. The wind seems to
settle.
Yeah. I don't know for how long though.
9.
Yeah, they really found it.
Yeah.
No more fives. Now it's time to shine. You can see in the Cameron's t-shirt that the wind is picking up again. Oh, but still good.
9.
It was a strong shot.
And David also showed us this morning that he has a lot of strong shots.
10.
There we go.
I think this one's going to be a close end.
Oh yeah. I mean, tie is enough for Britain in this case. Okay,
9.
they knew how it's done. So it looks like they now got familiar with this field, with this setup. And now they can just start to shoot. Oh,
6.
Still, he has this blue sides there. It's pretty clean and open position for the Brits.
The wind's picking up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
6.
Okay.
It's all down to this.
He needs yellow, that's for sure. No pressure, David. Racist.
It's probably a 9.
Nine-liner.
We call a 9. If it's confirmed that it's a 9, 34, 34, 1 point each, that means 5-1. Otherwise, Thailand took the set and we are 4-2. So we went wait for the judge confirmation.
And it will be bronze Britain, they actually lost versus United States. So Kevin, he was here with me earlier today. He was one of them beating, and he actually is shooting now with a borrowed bow from one of the Czech archers.
I heard that his kit didn't turn up.
Yeah, it's still not here.
Oh dear. It's not ideal.
No. How would you feel if you will get like complete new pieces of equipment you never ever shot with on the day of your qualification?
I would not be feeling.
And a victory and the bronze medal, Dave Phillips, Cameron Radigan, the Great Britain, 5-1.
Bronze medal. Are you excited for them?
I am. I'm so excited for them. I think.
And look at the smiles. I mean, that's great.
I've actually had it where I've had to shoot someone else's bow at a training camp before in Dubai because I didn't have a spare at the time because my spare was set up for indoor and my limb, one of my risers had cracked. Oh, yeah, that wasn't a great trip.
Yeah, no, like, but especially for you, not really favor of changes.
No, changes are definitely not my strong point.
Yeah, I know that. So if you consider that, how was the feeling then to get completely new setup and had to shoot?
I'm not gonna lie, it was slightly terrifying because it was someone else's bow. I didn't know what I'd done to mine to crack the riser. I didn't know if it could happen again.
So how the first shot felt?
Very, very nervous. I think I sort of pulled up sort of away from me like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna go. But I think once that first shot was done, I could kind of release it, find my zone again and go, okay, that's how that feels. I can then adapt. The first shot is always a bit nerve-wracking.
Okay. Yeah, but we could see on Kevin, he actually like made it up to the gold team match.
Borrowed equipment, that's not bad.
Yeah, I know, right? Does that say something about like the calmness of the person or more about the style? What do you think?
I think probably calmness of the person and no small amount of skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to be able to sort of just come out and shoot someone a bow that doesn't feel familiar, and he's probably been worrying about where his kit's been this entire time.
He is. He's refreshing the button of his luggages, I think, like every 5 minutes, so...
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I think I would be as well if I was in his situation.
And yesterday I found out that it's actually founded. We just don't know where it is at the moment.
And we are ready for the last match of today. We are a little bit in advance, but we keep going. So welcome the staff for the recruitment open team gold medal match.
Let's see how he will do with that. He's complaining a bit about the top because it's completely different feel. It's like if you having a completely different release than you are used to shoot with. I guess that's much worse problem than actually the bow itself.
Yeah, I think the bow you can kind of adapt to pretty easily, but the finger tab, or at least in my case, is so sort of finicky and sort of very much you've got it set up just the way you like it. To then try and shoot someone else's or something else, it's very much, it takes a while to sort of get used to.
Yeah. And we have also like a special situation here with a US team versus the Italian team. US team for this
ladies and
tournament
gentlemen, please welcome the finalists for the recruitment open team gold medal match.
That there will be Kevin and Eric shooting, and Candice, lady which shot mixed team quite recently. She's now their coach, as Kevin was coaching before. So how
For the
This is for
gold
you.
medal on target number
without
1,
coaches.
Eric
Have you ever
Bennett,
traveled
Kevin
some
Mather,
important
United
competition
States
without?
of America.
Just with your teammates?
E on target number 1, 2, representing Italy, Stefano Travisani, Giuseppe Verzini.
Coach in the box for Nathan Queen before.
Judge of this match is Mr. Per Christian
Berlin
Stensgaard.
Open indoor competition, but that was
And
because
we are
we
ready
only
to go for
travelled
the
with
first set.
Ricky, so there was 3 athletes, Ricky.
And one person, yeah.
So it was very much kind of.
But here we have like the nice contrast, you know, like the Italian being back up with many people. They could choose the coaches actually to put here on the final field, versus these guys having to just like improvise between each other. And of course, with Eric, we were talking about it earlier. He's very experienced and quite calm. Kevin Matter, you can see down here, you were listening him the full morning and a bit of afternoon. That's why he has actually the paper on his back, because he actually have Eric Bennett's t-shirt on.
Adapt and improvise.
Yeah. I mean, whatever is necessary, right?
What you got to do, what you got to do to compete.
Yeah, I'm actually excited how this will go.
I think it would definitely be an interesting match.
Yeah, he said that he will watch it after, so we should talk like he's not here, but...
8.
I mean, 8 is a good start for the opening arrows.
I always sort of take the opening arrows as a kind of sort of sight as to, okay, so what's the field doing? And then if you know it was a good shot and then it goes, then adapt.
8.
But if it wasn't, take the second one and then
Yeah.
see.
I think lately they try to speed up so fast the processes that they are actually like doing the signal to the shot.
Yeah.
And we all know that it should be 2 separate movements, shot and then
9.
The hand up, which we nicely saw from the Italian archer.
Yeah.
And Stefano we saw also in the mixed team match. So it's nice to see the people coming
7.
and going with new old faces again.
I always find team matches a bit sort of fast-paced though. It's very much sort of, ooh, got to get the arrow off, got to leave time for my teammate to shoot.
9.
Yeah, he's back on track. Looks like he is moving his side quite early, often. And here we can see Eric much closer with his mouthpiece release. It's still
7.
more on the side. So it looks like also another tight match between number 1 ranked team United States and number
9.
3 ranked Italy.
Quite a few tie matches today. I think, oh, it looks like the wind might be starting to pick up again.
Yeah. And still, again, different completely in the middle of the field versus here on the shooting line. But it looks
8.
like
33-32 to be confirmed on the target is his like that. Italy won the first set, is leading 2-0.
I mean, 1 point difference, it's a tight match. 32-33. Did you see familiar faces there?
I did see a familiar face. One I was not expecting to be down at the targets.
Yeah, because as I said, they have no coach, so they adopted your coach.
They're just stealing my coach now.
Well, because I steal you, so she has nothing better to do, I guess, than pull an act American.
I think she should be having to put the accent on as well, you know, to make it more believable.
Are you switching now also to the accent of the American ones?
I'm really terrible at accents. I cannot do them like, at all.
Score confirmed,
Okay,
2-0.
so we have a
Italy
confirmed
is leading after the first set. So United States are going to shoot first on the second one.
So let's see, like 1 point difference is not really a lot. Of course, set system makes it a bit difficult now, but they can do it. So if you have a left-handed opponent, do you, I mean your teammate, do you prefer to face him like the guys are doing now, or do you prefer to sit like back to back? Because I think with JC you were shooting like that, right? No, he was right. Oh, now I don't remember if he was left-handed or right-handed.
No, I think he was right-handed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Victoria Rimray.
Ah, yeah, true. Victoria was. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Personally, I feel a bit awkward sort of if we're face to face because I feel like we're sort of both at the
9, very close. That's a 9. 16 points.
Yeah, so I think probably personal preference for me would be back to back, so that we're both sort of central-ish to the target and we're not sort of leaning as much. But that's just my personal preference. I think some people do prefer to face each other.
10.
Easier communication. Depends on how much you like the person.
Yeah, but I mean, for the signals, if you need to put up the arm to see it, actually it's of course better to be face to face.
Yes, a lot of my teammates complain that I'm too
8,
quiet when signaling
18,
as well.
16.
So to be able to see me put my arm up.
Well, and one thing is your teammate, and another thing is actually the director of shooting needs to hear you and see your arm. But in case of Eric, even though he's nicely trying to put his arm up, he still uses more the voice.
9.
Oh look, they are coming back to the center. Because they actually need to hear you in order to skip the clock back to other opponent.
I'm lucky in the sense that I shoot first, so I don't have to then signal the clock.
Maybe that's why they send you to shoot first.
Probably.
And 9.
Wow.
34.
So it looks like a US team found their site. So let's see if this is enough or not. He shoots very well.
Yeah.
10.
Perfect alignment.
Yeah, sort of strong shot.
No moving. No glitching. No nervousness. Yeah, you can see his front arm like shaking.
And 9. 37.
Wow.
With 3 points, Italy take also the second set. Is now leading 4-0. And United States of America will shoot first on target when we will resume to stay in the match.
So we can see close coaching lessons to Italian team versus Candice leaving, the boys just leaving for themselves.
Sometimes you don't need anything though, sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I think for them, having the coach or the athlete coaching them, it's more for like telling them on which side it is in order to move the side.
Yeah.
Otherwise they can kind of coach themselves.
Yeah. I think I tend to, in medal matches and stuff, just ask for sort of like, if I
Score
need
are
like,
confirmed.
on what to do
4-0, third set.
my technique, or if I just have arrows grouping that I just haven't really picked up on, and my coach can go, we're just like, yeah, so I'll go, yeah, okay, I probably should do that.
No two rule. Two arrow rule. Well, let's see if this is the last set or not. I kind of hope it's not.
I kind of hope it's not.
I like to sit here with you, so.
It has definitely.
Don't tell it to Kevin. No, it's fine with both of you. Okay,
9.
that was a nice one.
That was a good one.
He could still tiny bit move it. Yep, there we go. I mean, he could observe a lot of shooting from the previous matches, so he knows where it more or less start to land.
10.
That was a very nice liner.
Now to see how Italy responds.
Yeah. And he's like super strong. The front arm is just on point, not moving.
10x.
I was like, oh,
That was
it's all about the front
shot.
arm memory curve. If you keep it up there, it's there. Yeah, his front arm is starting to shaking again. But still in the line. Oh,
6.
okay, we will probably have a more ends to go. Let's see. I was actually hoping for the shoot-off, and we had with Kevin the agreement that they will have a shoot-off. So
9.
he said that if that will be in my power to affect it, yes. Now we go, Kevin. Have you ever tried this mouth tap release shooting?
8.
No, the idea of it kind of. Oh no, I don't. No, it kind of freaks me out, the idea of it. I'm not going to lie. It intrigues me watching other people do it, but I just would never be able to.
That will. Oh,
9.
okay, there we go. So 2 set points for United States. So we continue.
6 and a set for United States. They are back in the match into the third set. Situation is now Italy 4, United States of America 2.
Arrows, which didn't happen, so 2 set points were pretty much clear.
So we continue.
You can see this small smile on Eric's head. It's like pretty excited to continue. And now he kind of is feeling more relaxed, I would say.
Probably.
For the last 2 days, I haven't seen him smile like this. Yeah, that's the Eric we know. The more easygoing, helping person. All right, so beginning again. Okay, we will have some. Okay, so they still need to pull out the targets. And there we are ready. Soon to go for the next end. Hopefully for the shoot-off.
In recurve, is it they both get to 4 and then it's a
Yeah, so in teams it's 4-4.
And
then we
it's
go for shoot-off.
confirmed. 2 points for United States. Italy 4, USA 2. Still, the American team on target 1 is shooting first.
Yeah, because just in case we are shooting with
Okay,
compound,
kid,
it's
don't
only
go
4
on the field,
ends,
please.
but the individual is 5 ends for compound, so therefore the set system needs to be adjusted to be in the flow.
That does make a
with
lot
the
more
tournaments.
sense. Yep.
And for us judges, it's very hard to always like reset like this 4-4 is the team, and then when you have the next match right away individual, or vice versa, you always like, oh, 4-4, oh, we have a shoot off. Oh wait, there's one more end. No, but right now we have the 4-4 in the doubles. Oh, Kevin.
7.
No, no. That was not a good shot.
9.
Eric was actually before shooting compound as well.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Yep. He was like a JC compounder, and then finding out that the recurve is actually a good one.
9. Six.
All sort of depending on these hours. Oh, Eric's yawning a bit.
So 8, maybe 9.
Now it's getting more and more excited. Okay, let's go for a nice 10.
Eight.
Okay.
32 or 33.
Let's see what Italy will respond. But now I'm like even the sun is coming down, so I don't know if I'm chilly from the match or from the weather.
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah. It's a combination of both.
10.
I was wrong target. Okay.
All down to this last hour then.
Yeah, but he knows the blues also, so
anything.
It's really open. I mean, there's no wind at the moment, so really anything.
9. Okay, we have two arrows close to the line. We really need official confirmation from the target. Let's see what is going to happen with this last stand, if it's confirmed.
They fight well. And considering Kevin doesn't have his own equipment, it's even more cooler.
Definitely. Like that was
to be able to keep up with the others without even getting a chance to shoot.
That was definitely a close match.
It was. I was really hoping for the shoot-off actually. It's 1 point. I mean,
That's all it takes though, 1 point, and
that is true, that is true. I mean, let's see, let's wait for the confirmation, but I think it's more or less.
Wait from the judges on the target. And is confirmed! Stefano Travisani, Giuseppe Verzini, gold medal! Congratulations also to the USA team for the silver medal.
I mean, they were shooting both very, very good. Both of the teams did a good job, so. And I always like the sportsmanship after the match, you know, the teams are coming.
There's a 32, sorry, really 8 to the third arrow of the United States. So 32, 34, 6-2. This was the last match. Now the award ceremony will be held here in approximately 20 minutes. So we have to set up everything for the award. So the award ceremony here approximately 20 minutes.
So we will have another interview, and later after that we will have the medal ceremonies, and then we will be done for today, and we are inviting you also for the individual tomorrow day, which will be back here in Nove Mesto. And we will start with the individual matches around 9:30 again, and with another afternoon session from 2 o'clock. So for sure stay tuned, and if you have somebody to watch, for sure join us here. And don't come yet out, because we are about to have medal ceremonies, and just here we'll for sure get one. So if not for anybody else, then for Jess and Kevin, who were so kind to be with me full day. So I was not boring you too much, and we could have some interesting stories from their side as well.
It has definitely been fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. See, not everything we do is wrong.
It wasn't as terrifying as I thought it was going to be.
It's like the first arrow. Since you start talking, it gets much easier and easier to do that. So if you compare this to the shooting... Oh wait, we will have the...
Okay, we are here with the last winner of today, the recurveman team, the gold medal against US. Your impression of this match?
È stato divertente, tante belle frecce, divertente.
That's a nice word. It was funny. It was funny to shoot against USA. It was funny to shoot so good arrows. What about you? Your experience on this field?
Mi sono assolutamente divertito. La parte principale di tutto il gioco è questa. Mi sono solo divertito.
So Italian are funny people. They were really enjoying this competition, this match, and this the best feeling that they have on this. Next event, European Championship in Rome in 3 weeks. Which is the team that will be your competitor next time? Quale sarete l'avversario più?
Noi stessi.
Okay, we will be our best opponent. Obiettivo per le prossime gare, your target for the next events?
Podio sicuramente, almeno quello.
And enjoy. Divertirsi.
Naturalmente divertirsi.
The podium, but of course to enjoy. Thank you very much. Now it's time for medals. See you next time. Bye.
So we are back, and before we will do the ceremonies at the end of the day, I want to thank you so much, Jess, again for joining. I hope next year you will join again.
I make no promises, but it has been a pleasure.
I take it as a yes. No, I mean, you know, it's always, you either will shoot or you will commentate. It's your choice. So if you might make it up to the finals, you are safe. If you don't, you are here with me again.
I will keep that in mind.
It's a good compromise, right? Agreed. I hope Kevin is coming next year, so we will have like this routine happening here lately. So thank you very much, Jess. You can get ready for your closures and for the medal ceremonies. And I hope you are enjoying this tournament. I mean, you are visiting it quite often. It's kind of like your second home now, right?
Pretty much. It is probably one of my favourite tournaments to come to. It's usually warm. Weather's usually pretty good, and it's just a really fun tournament.
Yeah, this year is somehow wrong with the weather.
It's definitely been different compared to the usual sort of expectations.
All right, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of you to watch. Stay tuned for the medal ceremonies, and thank you for listening us.